Hi everyone, this is Connie with Constantly Stamping. I received a really nice email asking me if I would show how to make the covered buttons with the Stampin' Up! 1 1/4 inch grosgrain striped ribbon. So that's what we're going to do today. Let's get started. Okay, I use about 1.5 to 2 inches of ribbon just so I have something substantial to hold on to. And it has to be at least 1 inch, but a little bit wider is better. And so that's what's so great about this particular type of ribbon, the Stampin' Up! Ribbon. So I use my Tombow Multi liquid glue, and I use the fat end of the adhesive, and then I just lightly applied the glue to that, and then I set it aside to dry. Now it's really sticky, so I suggest doing it on a piece of wax paper, and then that way once it dries, it's you can lift it up and you won't have any problems working with that. Then also, one side is actually going to be stickier than the other. Usually I think it's the top side that you were working with, and that's because that's where the adhesive was. So I like to take my embossing buddy and then just kind of pounce that on there, and that's going to prevent it from sticking to everything under the sun while you're working on it. And we're going to just take this wax paper out of the way. Okay, we're good to go. Now, I use the covered button kit that I found at the local, in the notions department at the fabric store, and this is the 1/2 inch button. And I found that those are a little easier to work with than the larger buttons. And it's got the directions, exactly what to do on the back, but I'll just show you real quickly. It has the button pattern. It's basically a 1 inch circle. So I just used a circle punch and I made a pattern. And I then laid that on my ribbon and trimmed it out. And so now I have my piece here. It's already, I've already used my embossing buddy on it. Now the kit comes with this white piece. It's kind of like a bowl, has a hollow side that you're going to want that side up. And then you have this, this is the button front. I don't know if you can see that or not, but you want the bowl side up, and then you're just going to, put that on top of, set the fabric on top of the button maker, set that on top. And then this little blue tool, that has a thing that you can use to push down in your button down into there. And so I like to just pick it up and mash it and make sure I have it in there really good. And then once I have that done, then I usually take a pair of tweezers or something so this is a little easier to work with, and then I will kind of force all those edges down into the button, because you're going to, these edges have to catch, and so you need to make sure that you have those all the way in. See, can you see what I'm doing there? I'm folding it all in. Okay, now once I have that done fairly well, you might take a little more time with it, make sure you have everything where you need it. Then you're going to take the part of the button with the shank, that's the part that you sew on, and you're just going to set that on top. Then the shank's going to actually go into this hole on the blue tool, and you just push that in. Now the kit came with everything you need to make these except for the fabric and of course the adhesive. You can use other stabilizers as well, but I just happen to have that, and it is a Stampin' Up! Product, so of course that made it even better. Okay, now once you've got that in there, you're just going to pop it out. Now you might have a little bit of powder from your embossing buddy left on there, so I just take a damp rag and just kind of wipe it off. You can actually put these in the sink. Oop, I'm shaking the table, sorry about that. So you can just wipe that off with a damp towel, and there you have your button. Now I didn't catch this edge really well, so you can probably see that that's not hooked in there. You could probably pry this apart and do it again if you wanted to. So that's how I made my buttons, and I hope that helps, and have a great day. Thanks.